Oh, shoot.
Just pardon my manners. Girl, how you shake it? Got a nigga like it's a cold rap woman. Go and get my camera. I wanna know.
Sexy can I? Sexy can I? In the back.
Can
Oh,
I hit it from the back?
something like that. Hi, no, I had a phone call. Hi, everyone. How y'all doing?
Hey,
it's
hey,
me.
friends.
It's me. It's LB. Something. It's Carly and Corinne. Hey, Marie.
Hey, Marie. We missed y'all. What's good?
How are you doing? Oh, we are here.
Hi, guys.
We are here, but here
we're all our friends. Hey, Robin. What's good?
We made it, and I'm so proud of us.
We did,
and we're together in the same space.
I know.
I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud.
Hi, Limoncello. How are you?
Hey. How you doing? Hey, Joy.
What's good?
How you doing? Okay, I don't know what the hell is happening right now, but all I want to do is just go to our page and start sharing. I don't know how this is going to work.
Okay. Well, who are you?
I'm Carly.
And I'm Corey.
And we are Professionally Petty.
Yeah, so we're here. It's Tuesday again.
It is Tuesday.
I don't even know what Tuesday it is. It's before the 4th of July, so hopefully y'all are doing something fun for the 4th, which is next Monday. I'm, forecasting out to the future. But yeah, it's Tuesday. We're here.
Yes.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was a weekend. It was just a regular old weekend. I don't know what people do on weekends anymore. I just don't know. I don't know what people do. All I want to do sometimes is just get dressed up and go somewhere. And you know what I do? I get stuck at home in my pajamas, like.
I was in Atlanta.
Oh, look at you in Atlanta.
Yes,
what
we had a good time. Well, I was with Les Connector, and we went to Atlanta for like a meet and greet. We went bowling. We celebrated my birthday.
Birthday.
Guess who I met in person? And I know y'all gonna act like we've known each other forever because we actually have. But I actually got to meet Ro in the flesh.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes, Ro and I hung out. Ro and I had a good time.
That's like the
Ro came bowling. I know, right? It was
you
like
got to meet Ro.
Exactly. And it seems like we known each other forever. Like literally. So it's amazing. But yeah, we had a really good time. It was fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm sharing. Sorry, keep on talking.
Okay. So anyway, let's get into the national days. Today's national days. We have National Alaska Day, so the people in Alaska, hey. We also have National Insurance Awareness Day, which okay. Oh, we can hear it too. Listen, this is what it sounds like out loud.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
His ear ate my cigar.
No. Did you just say that loud on public? In the public?
Come on, Sam. Let's go. Days of the week. You just help me out.
If Robin said, "Hey nephew," because yes,
hey Sharanda, what's good?
They're making their okay.
Petty
I'm
appearance.
Sorry, I actually posted it. Listen, I'm deleting it now. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so today's National Alaska Day to all our fans in Alaska.
Yes.
Wait, but we actually do.
We do have friends in Alaska.
We really do have friends in Alaska.
Cousin.
Hi, cousin. What's good?
Yes.
Yeah, so we actually do have people in Alaska. Hello.
Yes.
It's also National Insurance Awareness Day, National Logistics Day, and Paul Bunyan Day. All irrelevant.
Right. I don't even care about those days.
Exactly. Moving on. Yes. Anyway. Yeah, we drinking. When I was in Atlanta, let me tell y'all, I have two just kind of random things that don't really fit into anything.
Go ahead.
One, when I was in Atlanta, I was so excited about being around Black people. Y'all know I live in Fairfax, which there's not a lot of Black people. Okay. People of color, period. Well, there's people of color. And I went across the street from the hotel we were staying at. There was like this open, like, not farmer's market, but it's kind of like an open market where they had all vendors. And I spent all my money. Yep, I definitely did. I spent all my money on these lovely bracelets.
Ooh.
This was from, what are they called? Golden Era Creations, remembering. Then I had this tea called Crack tea and crack aid. Y'all know how I feel about crack. But I gave them their own slogan. I told them, ain't nothing whack about this crack.
Okay, so how was it? Was the crack
It was
good?
so good. Oh my God.
Okay.
It was delicious. And then what else? Oh, and then let me tell you my other little side note before we get into everything else. So let me tell you the day I found out that my best friend was officially a mom. So you guys know we hung out, all of us. We all hung out on, yeah, Sharita said crack tea was the bomb and crack aid was the bomb, exactly. But we all hung out for the day before my birthday. We're all hanging out, whatever. Birthday morning comes up. My friend drops a video. Let me tell y'all. Now, the video from last year was Young M.A., right? Young M.A. cursing, dropping words, boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh, yes, I'm fly. This year was Gracie's Corner, was my backdrop. Happy birthday to you. I said, my best friend is a mom. These are the only songs she knows right now. It would have either been Gracie's Corner or Beyonce. Obviously, I couldn't give Beyonce. I got Gracie's Corner.
Hold on. Gracie Corner slaps though. I'll clap your hands, it's your birthday. Clap your hands, it's your birthday. Say whoop whoop, it's your birthday. Please, Gracie Corner slaps. Sometimes I have to stop myself from twerking to kid songs. Okay, it slaps.
Gracie's Corner. I have to admit, I'll be dancing to Gracie's Corner too, as well. But that's one moment when I realized I saw the last video, and then I saw this year's video, and I realized my best friend is a mom, and all my songs are gonna be kid songs. So next year, no telling what my birthday song is gonna be next year.
Jules TV is like straight trap music for kids.
See, so listen, y'all just know I'm gonna be having juvenile birthday parties for the next couple of years.
As long as I can clean up and bop to a good beat, I'm good. And those kids shows, the black ones like Jules TV and Gracie's Corner, makes you drop it like it's hot. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Hey y'all.
Hey Tony, thank you for my birthday gift. Thank you so much. Hey everybody. Hey Aja, what's good? So I just wanted to give that little random bit of information, and I'm done. Continue.
Anyway.
So what are we talking about?
Okay, we're going to get into our weekly mess, child, because there was some mess that happened. At least stuff that I want to talk about.
Yes, Carly got a whole bunch of things to talk about.
So as you know, the BET Awards happened this weekend.
And I only saw like this much of them. Were they good?
I don't know. I really wasn't into it this year. I just know a lot of hood stuff happened. Like Ray J eating a cup of noodles at the thing. And like he had straight up a cup of noodles. And then somehow another worked a deal out of this whole entire thing. He said a deal. He said he got a deal with a cup of noodles. I'm just like, do you, bro? Do what you gotta do.
For Ray J, for somebody to be so basic, Ray J is doing a lot.
Oh God, we're gonna get back to him too later on.
Okay, continue.
Then we got Diddy. Diddy got his whole Lifetime Achievement Award from BET. That was real cute.
Diddy has done a lot.
He has done a lot.
He has.
They had what else happened? He was up there just he had PP was rapping and dancing.
Shine came
out.
They got him out of jail.
Well, he's been out of jail, girl. But he's like a prime minister somewhere. I feel like Diddy
always getting the ministers to come back and talk about it.
He's like in Belize or something like that. He's like a public, I think he's like a political person.
Oh, really?
That's what I think. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
I didn't know all that.
So he is in Shine was there.
Okay.
Little Kim came out. Child, Little Kim.
I'm a leader. Y'all some followers.
She was all the way off, but she got it back together. What else? Who else was there?
I missed it.
It was really good. Mary came out. It was a good tribute.
Mary came out.
Mary came out and sung for Diddy.
That's what's up.
What else? There she goes. She did the same thing that I did, and she want to talk about me.
Whatever. Ro, I was just talking about you. Hi, Ro.
Hey, Ro. So, excuse me. Lotto came out and brought up Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey came out.
Who's Lotto?
Big Lotto, Big D Energy.
Okay, yes, I heard that song.
Okay, so that's Lotto.
Okay,
so.
But hey, Mariah, girl, because that's
Mariah
my girl.
Came out. Let me tell you something. I feel like Mariah is like the queen of somebody helping her walk. It's like she never learned how to walk in heels. As soon as you see, she is posed, and then she grabs a hand and she walks.
Because she's a lady.
No, but
that's what I'm talking about, girl. Mariah. That'd be me too. Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
Mariah, I love Mariah Carey. I loved her. She was the only artist I could listen to when I was a kid that was secular.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Mariah
'Cause,
too. I will sing myself to death.
I'm a
with
pastor's
Mariah.
kid, so I was like, I want to listen to something second. There was like Mariah Carey, and it was Vision of Love, and that was it.
I had
And
a
Emotions.
vision.
I could listen to Mariah Carey and Vision of Love. That was it.
I just said Cancer season. I'm so good. I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday. Yay! It is Cancer season, so my birthday's technically not over, but I've done a lot. So I'm good. But yeah. Marie said that's true, Carly.
Yeah, because it was crazy. Mariah got paid $1 billion for that 10 seconds of singing.
Hey, I ain't mad
She
at
probably
you.
did. And the BET Awards. Ciao.
Listen, I ain't mad at you.
Listen, I
Get
love
your
me,
money, Mariah.
I love me, Mr. Mariah Carey.
Exactly.
And what else?
What else we got?
That was it for the BET Awards. I mean, it was cool. It was cute. My girl Chloe thing. Chloe is like the next coming to Beyonce, so I'm here for her at all costs and by all means. So whatever, it is what it is, y'all. We got to get Britney out of Russia. I don't know what is going on. They're trying to extend her stay for another 6 months. Now it's time for a prisoner trade.
Right.
Get her out.
And I think, you know what I really think they being funny acting too, because they like, we know they not coming to get you. And I think Russia's being funny acting about it now. Mm-hmm. And that's just rude. Like, let her go. Let her come back.
Over some weed. Girl. And that's the other part. Over some weed. Oh, but then the other thing about the BET Awards, just one more thing. Mm-hmm. I forgot about Lil Nas X going against
He mad at them.
He mad at BET. And the funny thing was, so I was very like, BET was very gay this year. I don't know if anybody saw, but it was it was a lot of gay. They had Saucy Santana in the pre-show, and then they had Billy Porter come out. They did this whole ball situation thing for Billy Porter.
I did see that.
Now, what I did hear, what Billy Porter said was shout out to Taraji for ensuring that Black gays were represented.
Thank you.
During the award show. And I think that's pretty cool because, what's happening is, allegedly, Lil Nas X is beefing with BET because when he wasn't nominated for anything, nor did he ask to perform or something like that. And actually accused BET of being shady behind the scenes after his performance because they told him to tone it down a little bit, for the audience, and he didn't. He did his thing, kissing man and rub it on their crotch and stuff like that. So I don't know, but BET has a history of being homophobic. You know what they did to B. Scott and stuff like that. So who knows if he has a legitimate beef? I'm here for it, but it was very gay, and it was just so funny. They said shout out to Taraji
Taraji made it happen.
She made it happen. She did.
Sharenda said, "I'm convinced she's missing." Talking about Britney, I hate it and sincerely hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case either.
I hope that's not the case either.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have one more thing. I forgot what it was.
About what?
Oh, I don't have it on here, but it's part of the weekly mess. Sorry, y'all. Who saw
Listen,
the Mario
versus
and Omarion versus?
One, it was the early 2000s versus of all the little boys that was around during that time. And I'm a little bit embarrassed to say that I was front and center for this one because I was like, ooh, Ray J, ooh, Omarion, ooh, Mario. I was excited.
First of all, they played Ray J so hard to the left.
Oh my God.
It was really bad. Pleasure P was on there singing. Who was it? Jeremiah was singing, and Mario told him to stop.
They did so.
It was so horrible, and I was low-key so embarrassed for them.
Me too, because it was literally like a high school fight.
It was.
It was like a high school reunion.
It was like if hormones were on fire.
Right. And they was all dropping F-bombs and talking about each other, and it was just terrible. Like, I was like, what in the heck? It was awesome. Sharenda said disappointed. Yeah. Rose said, I never planned to watch the fiasco. Ray J sounded horrible. He was mad at Sammy for singing his song, but Sammy did a good job. Sammy, you should have sang it.
I think Sammy and Mario were the only people on there who could sing. And then Tank.
Tank was on there? I missed that.
Tank came out for Omarion.
Good, because Omarion needed some help. He was too busy dancing.
And that's what Mario's like. He was just like, you got somebody out here singing better than you.
And then Mario from Baltimore, so
he came out with the guns blazing. So yeah, it was horrible.
And so did Sammy, little Sammy. Where's little Sammy from? What you was doing? Because Sammy came out guns blazing.
Yes,
these little boys had something to say. I mean, they're grown men now. And Ray J definitely has a dad bod. Ray and had his kid out there and was cussing. Like, what are you doing?
It was not a place for kids.
Somebody, I think D. Ray Davis said Ray J couldn't find the babies. I was like,
and blamed his baby mama talking about she don't trust anybody. I was like, okay.
Could not find a babysitter. I was too done. Mm-hmm. But it was fun. Like the songs were fun. Like some of the songs listening to that, it was fun. Mm-hmm. But it was a mess. They were absolutely a mess.
It was great. So
yes,
our next thing, we're going to do a new segment today because we don't have a gay TikTok, but we do have It's a Straight Problem.
Okay, so y'all listen to this and we're going to talk about it.
Right. So this is a straight problem. And when we say straight, we mean like straight people. Like this is none of our business, but we want to talk about it because we want to know your opinions because me and my wife was talking about it yesterday.
And it can happen in the lesbian community.
It sure enough can.
I'm positive it happens in the lesbian community, but it's a straight problem. Let's talk about it.
Okay, I'm going to show y'all the video.
Okay.
And y'all let me know. Please hold.
Every fucking day, my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids at McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
Okay.
So that was enough. Y'all got the purpose.
Yes, y'all got the drift of it.
So it was interesting because I sent it to Carly. Carly said that she and her and Doc had already had a conversation about it. Because I think that is really interesting. So we got some opinions. We're going to definitely get to y'all opinions. We're not just going to give ours. So Rose said, I saw this. She is off her rocker. She needs to take that ish up with the other deadbeat ass sperm donors.
Funny that you say that because my wife had the same opinion.
Right. So I'm in the middle.
I don't know what I am. I know I'm more so on the side of the mother. Right. I'm not on the side of the baby father.
So I'm not on either one of their sides. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. As the mother of one of his baby's dad, or one of his kids, mm-hmm. he is not responsible to feed all the kids. No. Now, as a man, how can you bring food to one kid and not to the rest? As a person in general, that part I couldn't do. But for her to expose him like that, to make him seem like he's a bad person, her point is irrelevant. But my thing is, and Carly has said it, and I'll let her say her point, but why would you bring food? 3 kids are there. No, it's not your job to do it, but I couldn't see myself as a person not bringing enough food for all the kids.
Now, my thing is, because there are 3 kids there, mm-hmm. and only one father is coming to bring one child food, I feel like that causes division mm-hmm. amongst the kids, mm-hmm. right? One feels like they're better than the other and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I felt like as a man, he should have it's McDonald's.
Right.
Okay? It's mm-hmm. McDonald's. You could have bought all 3 of them a meal, right. Not just one, not just your one child.
Right.
Because there's 3 kids there, and you don't have to pay child. You don't do anything else. If that was the case, I feel like too, he should have took that child and took him out to eat instead of doing that with them. Because now here, these other kids probably only having chips and crackers, and the other ones having McDonald's. I just feel like that was wrong.
So, and I agree with Carly saying that he should have took the one kid out to eat mm-hmm. if he wasn't going to feed all of them. And Ro just said that too. Come pick your child up and eat. Yes. But if it's a whole bunch of kids, I don't care if you're responsible for all of them or whatever the case may be. You don't have to get, 3 Happy Meals, but get a 20 piece or something so everybody can eat. I feel like that is just, my point is, you know that there are kids in the home, or you know that there are kids and they're all together. It does make one kid look very different. You know what I'm saying? Or if you planning for one baby daddy to come and feed the kids, have them all lined up at the same time.
Right.
Or she should have sent him money to buy the other kids food too.
I agree with that.
Now that part you should have did.
Right. If you know he was coming over here to get, because in the end of the, he's talking about, you get your food stamps, something like that. She was like, something my EBT.
Oh,
it was mad crazy.
Right.
But yeah, I do believe she should have sent him money to get the other kids food as well.
Right. If you know he's coming to bring the kids food, then send him money and say, then get the other kids something, please.
And so I just said, what if there was 8 kids?
Then you go pick a kid up, or you get a 20 piece from get 20 pieces, or get a bucket of chicken from someplace else, so that all these children can eat. Get a box of pizza.
I just don't feel like one child should be different from the rest of them, and that's just being like, I've seen stuff happen like that where others think that their other sibling was more privileged because their father was there or something like that. I just feel like he should have just bought for all and not just for one.
Exactly.
And that just in that situation, not in everything in their child, when it comes to like child support and everything else, no, those are not his kids. But when it comes to buying dinner and bringing it to the house,
right, then you feed everybody. Like, and here's the thing. I have met people and been in relationships with women who felt like if you buy one, like a birthday, if it's one kid's birthday, then everybody should get something. Well, everybody wasn't born on this day. And your children need to learn that everybody doesn't get celebrated on the same day. And it doesn't mean that makes you a bad person or whatever the case may be. It just means that one person has a birthday and we all celebrate that one person, things like that. You're not going to get a toy necessarily if it's not your birthday. Now, what happened?
Russell paid for all of Future's children's education.
Well, hey.
Wait, I just want to know, did he really do that for
I
real?
don't know.
I'm going to have to look that up.
And my thing is, though, like, as a person, like, here, I'll give you a completely different scenario. My ex was in the hospital, and I went to go take care of her. And her family was coming over, and I was bringing her food the next day. Now, I could have just brought my ex the food, but I knew her family was coming, and there were possibly going to be some kids there too. So I brought enough stuff for everybody because that's just how you treat people. I agree. I don't want nobody to be hungry. Like, I know a whole bunch of people are coming from out of town. Let me get some food, not food for one person. Like, and that was because I had knowledge of it. Now, if I didn't have knowledge of it, I would have been like, oh, dang, I didn't know y'all were all here. Let me go get y'all something, or were y'all hungry or whatever. But that's just about general courtesy. But let's read.
Right.
We got a whole bunch of people.
I know. I want to say what Joyce said because she's a mom.
Go
As
ahead.
a mom, you have to protect all your kids.
Right.
So if he's only going to bring his son food, then you don't allow it and tell him his only choice is to take him out if he wants to do that.
Agree.
I agree.
100% agree with that because you do have to protect all your kids. I just feel she was wrong to expose him as a bad person because he might not feel that way or know that way, and it's not his responsibility. Unfortunately, he wasn't taught that you should not see any child go hungry.
It probably happened to him too.
Yeah, that's true too. You never know what people's situations
this day and age of social media, everybody gets exposed.
Thank you. And y'all are saying a lot, so I'm going to go backwards. Lemoncello said exactly, Corey. Marie said, the way rent, mortgage, gas, food has gone up, he might not have had it. Very true. So he should have went and picked up his one kid, right? Hey, T Maya, what's good? I just said the point is, though, it's petty. He is not responsible for the other kids unless he had a relationship with the other kids. We talking food, but what if he brought his child clothes or toys on a regular day? Is he supposed to do that for all the other kids all the time?
No.
Right. And no, I don't believe in that at all. But food is different.
Yes, food is different.
And everybody has to eat. But what it will show you is what kind of kid you have. Because some kids will share with their siblings. And it definitely shows you what kind of kid you have. Because some kids, they'll eat all the food themselves. And then, you got a little selfish little kid. No, I'm just joking. And then some kids will make sure that all of their brothers and sisters eat. And that almost teaches the parent. Yeah. Mimi said, but it's not his issue how the other kids feel. He didn't lay with their daddy, but we don't know the backstory. Very true. We're not disappointed. We're not disagreeing with any of y'all. I just think there's a number of ways to see it. And I think just as a general person, I feel like if I know I'm going to drop food off, I'm going to make sure I'm bringing pizza. The kids, if I can't afford enough McDonald's for everybody, then I'm bringing something that everybody can eat.
$5 Little Caesar pizza.
Or even if you bring chips, like if you didn't buy a whole meal for all the kids, then I would bring fries for everybody or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like it's rude.
Real talk, the fries are more expensive than the burger.
Good, right, exactly.
I would just buy the burger.
Kayla said, yes, I think he should just take his kid out, definitely. Leisha said, Russell, we didn't know that Russell Wilson played for all the kids. Rose said,
let him do that?
Right. Then what does that say too? You know, I think there's a number of different ways to look at it. Now, I had a situation where I was younger and my grandmother brought my cousin a Cabbage Patch doll and didn't buy me one. Now, we were only 2 grandkids. And I went home and told my grandmother, y'all know my grandma, I told Llewellyn. And Llewellyn took me to the store and brought me 2.
You know,
because she was mad. Because I thought it was like, oh, you didn't get me, like, oh, well, grandma, where's mine kind of thing. It wasn't a birthday situation or anything like that. It was like I just brought this for my grandchild situation. Now, I wasn't present. Me as a grown-up, it's a whole different story. But Llewellyn wasn't having it. Llewellyn said, you don't have to worry about ever buying my grandchild anything because she's going to have Cabbage Patch Kid dolls and everything.
Now, I grew up in a household where if we had a birthday, only one had a birthday.
Right, exactly.
I don't think I was that spoiled. But my mom and dad had to buy me something just because about my brother something. I had to learn at early ages because one has one, you don't have to get it.
Right, and I learned that too. It wasn't a birthday. It was just kind of a regular old gift kind of thing. Like, we were all out when she brought my cousin one. And she said, oh, I just figured your grandmother would have brought you one. And she did. I got 2, and I still have those Cabbage Patch dolls, by the way. But I just think that there's a way that you can treat kids and you can show up. Because I think that also shows children overall a certain way of being and how to be a man. I think that sends a message across the board. Okay, we got long messages.
Hold on. I'm going to read Marie. Marie says, gas was almost $7. Mortgage, oh Lord. So I would take them kids and help me rob a bank. Free McDonald's for everybody.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Ike, what's good? So Tony said, because you're going to make me read a long one. Thank you. Tony said, this is not his responsibility. Best solution, take your child out. I think it also depends on how many kids you're asking to feed. Unfortunately, you can't count his money. With her attitude, would he help her by feeding the other kids? She was off the chain. Instead of yelling, he had expressed herself a little better and sent him money that may have helped. Like Tony said, she could have just said, if you're going to McDonald's, pick up some stuff for the other kids too.
And I agree the mother's behavior, because I don't know who Facebook user is, but it said, but look at their mother's behavior. That speaks volumes to me. I get it. Yes, it does. I mean, hold on, yeah. Speaking of kids.
You keep talking.
I give Zion McDonald's, and Zion don't even care because he don't even like McDonald's. He just started liking fries. But I understand that. And, but you got to see, yes, you got to take for who's doing what.
Right.
You got to understand who's doing what.
Right.
Yes, but to me at the same time, I do feel like he should have bought food for all. But y'all, that was our straight problem, not ours.
Yes, exactly. That's a straight problem.
It's a straight problem, not ours at all.
Rose said, I believe that she would expect him to bring food for her other kids every time he brings food for his child. I do think that too. It's like she was being a jerk.
Right. I mean,
she was definitely being a jerk about it.
Yeah, she probably would have, but don't just take him out.
Right. And she didn't have to be ugly. That was ugly.
But like I said, that's a straight problem, not ours. We're gonna get right into our typical lesbian-ish.
Okay, what's typical lesbian-ish?
So our typical lesbian-ish. No, I don't want to do that just yet.
Okay.
Maybe we can do that last. Okay. Typical lesbian-ish. All right. So y'all, a problem was presented to us.
Okay, what's the problem?
Someone wants to know how, okay.
Okay.
So someone wants to know, should you tell the person that you are currently dating, trying to be in a relationship with, that one of your best friends, like one of your really good friends, you had sex with them, but it was over like one time and it was over 20 years ago? Does that need to be said?
If you even remember, I wouldn't even remember something like that. Like if it was that insignificant, I guess. Easy, don't come for us. Talk about y'all on 2 weeks in a row. Whatever. So Mimi said no, shut up. I mean, my thing is, Robert said no, statute of limitations are in effect. Marie said my secrets are mine to keep. I'm not going to remember it. Now, if it's something that we talk about every other day, then yes, I'm going to tell my person. But if we don't talk about it, what's the point?
I don't feel like you need to know. Like
you don't.
Over 20 years ago, unless I get the sense that they still like you.
Right.
But there's no like, there's no nothing. Like unless I feel it. And I'm
right. That's pointless. Like I said, I'm not even going to remember. Okay, because we know my memory. Look, you get excommunicated very quickly. So I'll be like, "Oh, we did. When? What was I drunk? What happened?" So I don't think there's even no need to bring that up because that's right. Like Rose said, old news.
Yeah. Okay, so that comes into our game. Today.
Our game. Y'all ready for the game?
It's called the disclosure.
Okay, here we go.
And we're going to talk about things that you should disclose or should you not disclose. So if you should disclose them, say disclose. If not, say no.
Or you can put up whatever signal you want. Like a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. So should you disclose how many people you had sex with? I think it's none of your business.
Yeah, I mean, why? Why do you need to know?
And I know we talked about this before. I always give the magic number of 9. So if you
always
ask me, it will always be 9. Even if I add you to it, it will be 9. How many people have you had sex with? 9.
How
many? 9. It would
so
be
we got
2
no's.
9.
Yeah, we got no's. Chris says no. Maya says no. Rose said no. Easy note. Robin no. Yeah, I don't think that's something you necessarily need to disclose. Sharanda said no.
All right.
Okay,
should you disclose if you ever had a curable STD?
So Joyce said no. I'm gonna say 3 if pressed. That's right, Robin. Say 3 if pressed. Tony said no. Get tested and keep it moving. So that goes along with this next question. Right. So should you disclose if you've ever had a curable STD?
Like if you had like gonorrhea, they gave you a shot and went away.
Again, I don't know why you would disclose that. I don't know.
I don't think it needs to be said.
Right. I mean, because if you look at, a yeast infection, technically, BV technically can be sexually transmitted, and ain't nobody running around sharing that kind of information unless you're kind of prone to it. So no, I don't think that's,
Okay.
No.
If you are newly dating someone, should you disclose if you're still having sex with your ex? Newly dating, I say.
If you're newly dating, I think you should disclose that you're not exclusively sexually active with one person.
Okay.
Like if you're going to be sexually active with that person too, you don't need to say who it is. I don't think you need to necessarily disclose who it is. But if you are going to be sexually active with the new person, then you need to let them know that you are sleeping with other people. I think that's only fair. Tony agrees.
Should you disclose?
Okay.
If you caught pink eye from eating ass? Listen, it can happen. Okay.
That's not pink eye. That's like
what kick are you? I
like
just said pink eye from eating ass. That's all I can
How do you get pink eye from?
Maybe your eye hits the butthole or something, and they weren't very clean. They maybe like you was with somebody and like they were like, listen,
everybody is over you, Carly. You need to worry about having hoof and mouth disease. If that's the case. Like you got some other stuff. If you pink eye in your eye from stuff.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell
I
you
don't want
something.
to talk about it.
Listen, I'm not saying I know somebody that it happened to, but I know they thought they did got something because they were on. Mind you, it wasn't me because I don't do nobody's booty.
Can y'all just
But
not?
They thought they caught pink eye because of that. Now it could have been several reasons why they caught pink eye, but it happened right after that event, and I was like, "Booty gave you pink eye."
If you don't encourage this conversation, we can get past this question, guys. Like, if you just ignore it, we can just go past this. Yes, Tony. We do need to have a segment called Only Carly because I'm not. Moving right along, I'm going to read that. Should you disclose if you are divorced? So not if you're going to get divorced, but if you've ever been divorced, should you disclose that? I think you should.
Is it anyone's business? I mean, will it pop up if you try to get married? Would it pop up on your marriage license? I don't know.
I mean, if you're gonna be like in a real relationship with this person, I think that could come up someplace. Like that information can get exposed. So yes, I think now this one you should do this one because this one is personally.
Should you disclose if you snore? I've warned everybody, okay? I don't know. First of all, y'all know me. I am 6 feet tall. I am plus size, okay? Ain't nothing little coming out here. Ain't no little breast. Ain't no little nothing. Ain't nothing. So if I'm really tired, you're going to get, it's not a grown man, but it's like a teenage chunky boy. So, yes, you should disclose.
Now everybody like, hell yes, you should. Y'all petty. Ooh, y'all petty.
Like, listen.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't think anybody's gonna guess that I don't. Like, I snore. Like, trust and believe. It's not all the time, but it can be often. If I get really comfortable on that back real quick. Ooh, it's over.
You know, it is what it is. So yes, you should disclose.
I think you should disclose it.
I don't want anybody to like not know.
Me either.
Like I don't want you to be surprised. You know, be like, oh no, I snore.
Listen, and y'all, let me tell you, and I kind of get upset. Like I've been with a lot of people who didn't snore. I've been with people who I thought should have snored and they didn't. Did Robin just say yes? Yes, you do. Did Robin just tell my business?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I am so embarrassed. Oh my goodness. I do snore. Yes, I do. Okay. We're just going to let it be known. Sometimes I don't, though. I'm just saying anyway. But I just felt so I was in a situation I've been in a situation with people who I felt like should have snored and they didn't. I got mad about that. But then I've also been with people, like I was with a whole family. And when I tell you the dog didn't even snore, none of them snored. And then here I come. I was like, I don't think this is gonna work because I snore and I'm just gonna wake up everybody in the house and I'm sad. I don't know. Okay. I was mad, Easy. I was mad that they didn't snore because why can't they go to bed? Like I just don't understand. Like why can't they just go to sleep and make noise like other people? But here's the thing though. Some people cannot sleep with snoring. I get it. Like, and I get that that's a deterrent for people. When I'm asleep, so I don't really know what else is going on. But I feel like if you love somebody, the important thing is that they're sleeping and they're sleeping good. So unless they have sleep apnea and you're worried about them breathing or something wrong, then you should be happy if they're snoring to know that they're sleeping and they're comfortable.
I told my doctor who made me do a sleep study, I said, you want me to get skinny? Tell me I need a machine. Tell me that I need to do a machine. And trust me, I will come back as small as the pole the next time you see me.
Right.
I will not. But no, I will never sleep with a machine.
I'm not. No,
thank you. I'm great. I'm good. I'm Gucci on that.
Exactly.
Okay. Should you disclose if you used to date men?
I think that's kind of a normal question, right?
Okay.
I think it's kind of like a normal question. I don't know if you need to disclose it, but I think it kind of comes up in conversation. Like if you're talking about dating And right, you're right, Easy. Skinny people do snore as well. Thank
They
you for
do.
pointing that
They
out. But yeah, I don't think you necessarily have to, but if you're talking about dating, I think that can just come up. So
Okay.
yes.
Should you disclose? Oh, this one is just like very crazy because I was just thinking of things you should disclose. Like if you're just dating someone, right?
Okay.
And should you disclose if you're on probation, but it ends in 19 days and your record will be expunged? I wouldn't disclose it.
I mean, you could also just not date for 19 days. How about that?
I'm just saying, what if you really met someone that you really, really like and you're on probation, but you don't want to tell them you're on probation and it ends in 19 days? You don't have to.
And it'll be expunged. I will
expunged.
never know. And you can get a regular job and function like a normal person.
Yes. I will never tell anyone I was on probation.
So that leads me to like, should you tell somebody if you've ever gotten a DWI or DUI?
How many times did you get it?
I mean, it doesn't even matter. Like if that DWI is affecting how you move or like what you can and can't do, maybe like you might got one of them little breathalyzers in your car or something like
you
that.
need to disclose that because I'm not going to sit here and be in the car next to you. It looks like you're taking out of your
right.
What you doing?
Exactly.
No.
Sharanda said, if we're serious, yes. Marie said, I mean, maybe she likes a thug. Tell her. Y'all are silly. Mimi said, if you like them real hard, tell them. I agree. Rose said, expungement is a process. It doesn't happen overnight.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So, Carly, you were going too far.
Okay,
again,
fine.
Okay.
Whatever. Should you disclose if you have health issues?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that depends on what the health issues are. But here's my thing. If you have something that can be triggered easily, that we could possibly be out and I might need to take care of you, that doesn't necessarily mean that I won't or don't want to, or that changes how we function. But even like if you're diabetic, right? I don't think you necessarily need to tell me. But for some reason, if we're out for a long time and you haven't eaten, like I'm the type to let me know so I can have something. You know, when I'm with my grandmother, I gotta have a Snicker bar in my bag because she feels like Snickers is the only thing. Like, what happened to orange juice, Grandma? Did you want some orange juice?
She's like, give me that Snickers.
I need a Snicker bar. I got the shakes. Like, let me know so that I can make sure that you're okay. It's not for me to judge you about it, but I need to know in case if you have seizures, I need to know in case we're together. What if you're driving? Some people that do have seizures can drive. But what if you're driving and that happens? Like, I need to know these things. I think you should.
I agree. Okay. Should you disclose if you have bad credit?
That's not anybody's business. I mean, I don't. If you're
about to be serious, should you disclose it?
If you're about to be serious and y'all thinking about moving together and actually functioning, as a couple or living together where that kind of stuff can affect it, then I think definitely yes. So yes, I think if it's to that point, but if it's like we just dating and your credit has nothing to do with me, then that's your personal business. I don't know, like unless I'm a credit person and you need help or something like that. But if I can't help you with it, then there's no need for you to kind of let me know. Sharanda said yes if you're together. Robin said not unless we're moving towards marriage.
Okay.
Easy said yeah because if we're out and you pay, that's about the whole emergency or like if you have a health issue. And I definitely agree with that. But if you have bad credit, I don't know. Like you should definitely do something though.
Okay, and the last one.
Okay.
Should you disclose if you're bisexual? Because, and if it wasn't asked beforehand. Like, should you disclose that you're bisexual?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
You most certainly should. Marie said yes if we're together because I refuse to be poor.
Just saying.
I agree with that. Facebook user, I think that's Mimi, said yes. Sharanda said absolutely. Rose said yes. Robin said absolutely yes. you most certainly should share if you are bisexual. I definitely think that. But I like this last one. Why didn't you ask this
Which
one?
one was it?
Okay, so one more. Then we'll be
Okay.
done. So should you disclose for everybody who is single? Should you just disclose if you're dating other people? So if you're dating multiple people, should you disclose that?
I think honesty is the best policy. I mean, but if it's not asked, if you're just dating and you're dating someone, I feel like you shouldn't expect any exclusivity.
I think it's a double-edged sword. So I think exclusivity shouldn't be exposed. But if you are accustomed to a certain way of being and that shifts, so Joy said only if asked. I think if that shifts, like if your attention shifts or whatever, and it seems like something is changing, I think you should, it would be nice if you just disclosed it to somebody instead of them having to guess or think something's wrong or whatever. But then also too, I agree with Joyce. If you're asked, then you should definitely share that you're dating other people, because why would you just, not do that? I don't know. But yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for playing our game, The Disclosure.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what we got next?
So I wanted to talk about a lot of things are going on in the world right now, and
This too much.
It is too much. It's a lot going on. It's just too much, right?
Yes.
And in the wake of like Roe v. versus Wade, whatever, what is that called? Roe versus Wade. Lord have mercy. Roe versus Wade. I got really scared. Like I woke up in a panic attack thinking like, oh my God, all of my rights are about to be taken away. Like literally, like I was thinking about gay rights, how they can overturn that if they want to, and think about how that's going to affect my family. How I'm going to like, oh my God, I'm going to have to move out of state. How, just do certain things. Because right now, Virginia is Republican, right? So it just really got me upset and really got me nervous. So I just wanted to know I just wanted to check in to make sure how everybody's doing and how they're feeling. And the funny thing is, I was listening to this girl talk today, and she said that no one, like, only women have rights over, like, there's only laws over women's bodies and not men's bodies. Like, only, like, we are less than. Like, I understand where America, and I'm just saying America because this is where we live in. And the men within America feel like women are owned and cannot say what they want to do with their own bodies. I don't get it. It doesn't compute to me when we give you life. We're the only source to bring in people in this life if we want to or choose not to. The only source.
Right.
So who are they to say what we can and cannot do? So yeah, I've been thinking about leaving the U.S. too. It's been so real in my head. I don't know how I could do it and still keep my job and everything, but I've been highly thinking about like, what can I do? Where can I go before this place turns into the Handmaid's Tale?
Robert said not in the very beginning, no, but if we are progressing, yes. Oh, that was about that. Tony said, I hate to say it, the ruling opens the gate for other rights to be overturned. They have set a precedence.
And really, I'm just like, fuck these old ass people who are up here making laws and changing shit.
Right.
Like really F them. And that's how I truly feel. I don't know how I'm not supposed to say that, but my emotions are very, very raw when it comes to this. Like I'm very hurt and scared. I'm just very, it just really has been messing with me. It's been very just like, ugh, in my brain.
So I just said, it is a scary time we're living in. I'm hopeful that more folks will stand up, get involved, and be the change we wish to see in the world. All of us can play a part in changing things for the better. I definitely agree with that. Easy said, gonna cost $2,000. Well, if you want to renounce your citizenship. Rose says Supreme Court just relaxed the Miranda rights. I did say that.
One too.
In a nutshell, civilians can sue police or give government entity for failing to read them rights.
Yeah, they can't sue the police.
They cannot anymore.
Yeah, they cannot sue the police anymore. And like I heard something. I was watching the Joyce. I forgot her name. Joyce Reed. No, not Joyce Reed. Yeah, what was Joyce Reed?
Yeah.
Or Tiffany Cross. It was one of those two.
Okay.
And she was talking. She had an expert on, and we're like, what does it mean now? So like a police can sit there and talk to you, whatever like that, and they don't have to read you their rights. And all you have to do is ask them one, are you being detained? And they can tell you yes or no. And if you are free to go, you leave. And if you're being detained, say nothing and just ask for your lawyer. That's what the expert said.
Robin said, yeah, if this is just the beginning And if the Republicans win the House in the midterm, we are screwed. We must vote just like our lives depended on it, because it does. This shit is an entrapment. I mean, and
it is.
Here's the thing, though, for everybody's own sanity, I think that it is important to stay alert of what the issues are. But at the same time, you have to take things for what they are currently, and realize the severity of it, and try to work towards changing that, or doing what needs to be done, or at least staying as informed as possible. Find out what your jobs are doing, what your insurance companies are doing, what your state is even doing. If abortion rights, is your state one of those rights that flipped it as soon as the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade? Find out and know the specifics. I think a lot, like Aja was saying, make sure that you're getting involved to create the change. Kind of what they're saying, though, too, is that the states are responsible. And if that's the case, you need to make sure that your state or your company that you work for has your best interest at heart as a woman. If you're going to go someplace, if you need to travel to take care of your health and get it done. So I think the double-edged sword of this is that you have to be more in the know about what's going on, because just being afraid and being scared is what kind of keeps us stuck and allows other people to make decisions based on what they think we should or shouldn't be doing. So you have to, one, get informed about because a lot of people are making moves based off the decisions that are being made, and keep abreast of the Miranda laws that are being changed. Stay aware and talk about it. Ask questions, so that you're not stuck in this state of fear that causes you to I guess, kind of go into a spinning cycle of what could happen, instead of staying present in what is happening and making sure that other things don't happen by making the changes that you can make, if that's possible. And again, too, though, we live in the United States of America, and we all know that they can screw us over at times, especially as people of color, especially as LGBTQ people of color.
Yes.
And especially as women.
And then
Black women. Come on, y'all.
We just gotta fight the powers that be the way that we can.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Have to. We have to vote. We have to get out there. I mean, it's just.
And it is scary times. It's scary times. People are making changes. And here's the thing that I would like to personally say to Supreme Court Justice Thomas. Please remember, and I think Ro and I, we were both talking about this. Please remember that interracial marriages was part of a Supreme Court ruling. So where are you about to go?
Right. Because they can overturn that all day long.
What you about to do?
And you and your Trump-looking wife couldn't be together.
Exactly. So what you about to do? Okay? So remember, don't ever get too comfortable in the decision-making table when there are people who are making decisions about you.
There's just sometimes I'm like, there's just some black people I just do not like.
Right. Don't get too comfortable just because you sitting at the table. Does not mean that they're not gonna make a decision that's gonna get you your first seat, your first place is gonna be promoted to not at the table anymore. Simple and plain.
And and these congressmen or women are coming out and showing their true colors so bright.
There's that too.
And so strong. Just like, hey, let's bring back segregation. Let's do this. Let's just do this too. I'm just like, you know what?
Like, it is like, listen. Right. And Thomas did say affirmative action needs to be abolished. It's just, it's a sicky time. But don't forget too, though, that as women, like, I think we tend to start thinking about everything else that's going to happen. But please remember that this law, kind of like what Carly was saying at the beginning, women have had a lot of legislature that was put into place specifically for us. Somebody is making decisions based off things that happen in our body, but then also set us up to not be successful, to then have the children that you are forcing us to have, okay? So where is my automatic paid maternity leave and child care? Where is sufficient and efficient child care? Where is healthcare? You know what I'm saying? Where are all of these things that are put into place so it makes it? We don't even have enough Similac for babies to feed off of.
Come on.
But then you want us to just people have random kids, and then women are out here getting raped.
That's the part that kills me.
Incest, or even let's take it out of the trauma, like the actual something happening to somebody. What if I have an ectopic pregnancy, meaning that the pregnancy happens in a tube, so in one of my fallopian tubes, and it could kill me? You mean to tell me if I'm not in the right state, we need to talk about it first? Houseway.
I feel like we can fix this by just making these insurance companies pay life insurances on fetuses. And once that happens, they're going to be like, powers that be, what's going on here? We're paying out too much money.
Thank you.
I feel like we just got to hit them where it hurts.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, it's the pockets.
And I feel like technically, I mean, and let me just throw this out here since we want to be extreme. Then if you have sex with a man and he potentially gets you pregnant, meaning that his sperm comes inside of you, shouldn't he pay child support for all the sperm that's in there? Or shouldn't he start paying child support as soon as you get pregnant? Technically, child support should happen as soon as I get pregnant. It should happen while we're trying to find out if I am pregnant or not, because technically I'm housing almost together humans. So we're looking at it like that, then start kicking out the money earlier, guys.
Easy. I read that about the lady who almost died because the doctor had to call his lawyer to see if he was going to lose his license if he did something for a lady with her.
And listen, in this new field that I'm in, that's serious business, okay? That is serious business. So we're not just talking about, the women who are in the situation, but this is, not lawyers, but doctors making decisions
for your health.
For your health.
So we just got to be careful. Watch our backs. This gives excuses for everyone to act out, show their true colors, act like they're right and everyone and the world is wrong.
Right.
Just be careful. Watch your back.
But also stay informed. And you can't focus on always the bad news. Sometimes change your focus on what can be done. Stay in the know, especially about those Miranda rights as well. Know what you can do.
Because let me tell you something. They put out the big things to distract you from the small things.
That's true.
And when the small things will ride right behind us, if we won't know nothing was happening. If it wasn't for I don't know where I even read it. My wife told me about the Miranda rights.
I heard it this morning.
Crazy. Yeah. We have to stay focused because they'll put out big things for the little small things to pass.
So just stay in the know, guys.
Yes.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah, Marie, I agree with you. That's it, y'all.
What really trips me out is LGBT people supporting the people who hate them, but they're still voting for them. Yeah, that's true as well. So guys, just stay informed. Yes. Find places where you can have conversations. If you are scared, if you are nervous, we could bring it here and have more conversations about it, because it is like a really interesting time where people are making changes and things like that are just like, really, what is going on here?
I'm gonna have to start learning Spanish or French. One of the two. I'm either going north or south.
I mean, hey, listen,
Costa Rica or Panama, which one do you want?
Thank you. And that's both south. I'm going to Panama.
Let's go.
So anyway, guys, this was fun.
It was fun. It was real. We miss y'all.
Yay.
Yes, we were here 2 weeks in a row. Easy.
Might be 3.
Oh! Next Tuesday. Nothing. I'll be here.
I'll be here too.
Boom. All right, y'all.
Guys, we love you.
Yes, we do. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.